So at some point after that, this picture started to form around engineering, electrical engineering, computers that are in the mix, in the same way that that card and reading those words kind of got you on some people's maths as a kindergartner. It sounds like these kinds of things for you got you on the map to some other folks, particularly at Clemson University, who reached out, and there were some programs that you started as a high schooler, that was a result of this that helped to kind of then channel some of that. Can you tell us a little bit about?
Yeah, now Clemson has a summer program called the Clemson Career Workshop, and its aim and scope is very straightforward. You are brought to Clemson for 2 weeks to try college along with other people who would like to try college. You are all from rural areas of South Carolina, and you're the best and brightest at your respective schools. You come together and you spend 2 weeks together for consecutive summers, and that turned into a magical and mystical experience that changed my life, especially being around other kids who were performing at a high level from other schools in areas as impoverished and as rural as the area I was from. And I now see that as a masterful way to recruit students. And I'm sure they saw some of that, but I don't think they could foresee the impact that that program had on me and a lot of folks who have been my classmates, who are now my friends, as we have all come back together and talked about and understood how powerful an experience that was, and how that program is one you keep around forever. Now, it disappeared for a few years, but it's back and at full strength at Clemson now. But that gave me my introduction to college life. And in Clemson, I found, hey, this is an environment not that different from my home, but then it's different at the same time because of the people I'm able to be around. I think I might want to go to a school just like this. That was a powerful recruiting experience.
And so those 2 years, what were some of the things that you did as part of that program? What were some of the kind of the everyday assignments and tasks and learning, that kind of thing?
Yeah, we went to actual classes. I went to a digital logic class that was taught by Dr. John Como, and Dr. John Como would become my digital logics teacher during my sophomore year. And that's when it clicked. Oh, we were in actual classes. When I was in 10th grade, he was introducing me to the AND gates and OR gates and the chips that these functions were executed on. And he introduced us to all of that. When we were in high school, we took a public speaking course, and that's when I realized I had the gift of gab, but I was in a shell, and I was terrified to be in front of certain groups of people. Now, who are these people? I think I'm terrified to say anything in front of females. Yeah, I'm not great when I'm in front of an audience and I see females in the audience. I got to discover and confront stuff like that when I was in high school. We had a computer science class, and as much as I knew about databases and spreadsheets and word processing, in that computer science class, we're focused on algorithms and coding. And I'm not sure I know much about coding. I knew more about algorithms than I thought. But when I took the test at the end of that computer science class, I didn't do well at all. And that got me shaky because I said, well, I want to be an engineer. And engineers certainly use computers. I'm not sure I'd ever try to be a computer engineer or computer scientist. They seem to be a little deep off into this thing. I want to kind of stay away from that. But still, you got to see it all before entering the hallowed halls and moving towards matriculation. You got to see it and you got to make informed decisions about what you saw. The most informed decisions you might be able to make when you're 15 or 16 years old. And that's
Indeed, indeed.